And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Subnautica. Uh, where honestly, I think we're pretty close to finishing, if that makes sense. We do have some stuff we need to do. We need to go deep, like legitimately deep, um, to finish up the story missions. I've spoiled some of the stuff to make sure that I'm not missing things. And in some degree, I'm missing things. Right? I didn't follow the story prompt to go find the particular island. Um, if you want to trigger the not blowing the ship up, you have to do stuff. You basically have to go to the island before the island. You get prompted to go to the island, and I did not do that. So I should go find that island. We need to get a power cell charger so we can get the big ship moving again. What's it called? Get the Cyclops moving again. And then we need to get depth improvements on both the Cyclops and so the prawn suit, obviously, but also the Cyclops as well. We're probably want the jump prawn suit jump jet upgrade, so that we can go deeper relative to the Cyclops and jump back up. That requires nickel, so we're gonna have to find nickel. Less worried about the thermal reactor. I haven't necessarily had a problem with power in any of our transports. We may have a little bit more power when we're down so deep. Vehicle upgrades. I don't see anything for the Cyclops on that list. So there's definitely Cyclops depth upgrades, so we're just gonna figure out where it is. Yeah, they got their own tab. Okay. Repair module, so the Cyclops fixes itself. Don't really need that. I'm fine with repairing with the repair tool. Maybe? Depth module, probably. And that's the cap on how many we can have out. So I'm going to do a hull reinforcement. Be for the prawn, actually. So yeah, we want to do the hull reinforcement. We need the depth. So it's like nickel. Oh, I don't need the thermal plant. You don't need to be stacked anymore. One of the things to do is also eventually find a nuclear power plant. That'd be one way to generate power for various things. So prawn suit. So it's 3 for the prawn suit. Yeah. So it's hull reinforcement, depth, jetpack, or jump jet. Are the 3 things we probably want. And then we'll probably be looking into extra depth. Yeah, extra depth. But we obviously want to get the tier 1 stuff done first. Yeah, so as we now can tag that on as well. Go to a different module or a different page, we can look up what we need. So, titanium, lithium, diamond. We'll get to the prawn suit upgraded. Prawn suit depth, plasteel. We're going to be looking for nickel. We're looking for rubies. Okay, so that's not that bad. We know we can get the stuff for that. Crystalline sulfur. Haven't come across that yet. Need more nickel. That one's probably pretty doable. Tier 1 depth module and Cyclops is apparently pretty doable. Same thing with the prawn suit. Well, the prawn suit's difficult because it's nickel. I think we found the stuff for that as well. Okay. So, probably want to drop off our cubes. The cubes are important, but the cubes are not necessary right now. No, we'll leave them up here at base. You need some titanium, so you can grab some titanium. That's our titanium. Got a lithium. I don't think we have any diamond. Otherwise, we probably could complete that whole replacement or reinforcement and get it off our list. Got 1 ruby. I don't think I have what I need on hand to make a advanced wiring kit specifically. So wiring kits, double silver, computer chip, double gold, computer chips, table coral, gold, copper. Okay. So we need some silver. I don't think that's going to be enough silver. No, that's not going to be enough silver. I think that's all the silver we had. Yes. No, we got more silver. Okay. Table coral copper. Don't think we have any copper. Copper is reasonably easy to find, so we can probably source them from nearby. No, we had one copper. There's a copper. But we need copper. Oops, didn't mean to make the aerogel. Made the aerogel. Well, hopefully that's not a complete waste. Means I'm gonna have to go find another ruby. Means I'm gonna have to go find another ruby. Okay. We're gonna have to go find another ruby anyway. Okay, so we need one more copper, 2 table corals easy to get, and so let's set you up. Find me. Really? Is there only... No, you should be able to find more than that. Something's wrong with my... range here, then. Okay, we'll set it up limestone chunk, searching. Because I think that's what we need. Specifically for the copper. We can get the table coral pretty easily while we're out here as well. That wasn't the table coral. We'll use that to make some water so it won't be complete waste. There's some table coral. So now all we need is 1 piece of copper. As we're mining this copper, we're going to technically be mining titanium as well, so that'll be fine. So it's presumably in one of the tunnels down here. We find the tunnel entrance. There's... Nope, that's not the tunnel entrance. No, the scanner is not helping me find where I'm going. There's the tunnel entrance. Titanium, not what we're looking for. But it's the right type of rock, at least. There we go. Now we can get out, make our wire. Find our way out. Back in our thing here, we can make the wire, make the chip. Then we'll just be down the...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And we know where to get the rubies, so that's a nice quick trip we can take down there to get some ruby runs. Rubies and diamonds both come from basically the rough area as far as we know, so... Go ahead and turn this off to save a little bit of power. And now that we've been out there and triggered some stuff, it's showing up more stuff. Good. Yoink the water. I can yoink this also as well to get some more water. Make some bleach. then gets made into water. So we'll bring along a decent amount of water. We can technically get food wherever we need by shanking some of the local wildlife we need to. So that we'll hop in the sea moth, fly over to our base in the darkness, and get a lot of rubies while we're down there, a lot of diamonds while we're down there.
All systems online.
It's actually showing up the map. Camera 3, that's where we're going. Oops. Saw something, got myself distracted, and bumped into a solid object. In theory, we got everything on us to make the hardened hull for the bronze suit. So we can prep that. We're going to pick up, say, 4 rubies while we're down there. No, we need more than 4. We need like 9. 7? 7. Yeah, I don't know where to get the nickel from yet. Don't know where to get the crystalline sulfur from yet. I suspect deep is the easy solution to everything is go deeper. So whereas in the Sea Moth, which is the vessel we're flying right here, we've already unlocked the maximum depth on this thing, which is 900. Which, as convenient as it is to fly this around, is a little bit disappointing, because I would have happily driven this deeper. But this is as deep as it's going to go, at 900. The prawn soup goes deeper. I think the Cyclops might actually go deeper as well. In theory, if we brought the Cyclops down here, we could drill those for diamonds, but we did not bring the Cyclops down here. Okay. Quickly, we go get some biomatter to fill the power plant.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Yeah. There we go. That way we can have it help us
All primary systems
locate what we're
online.
looking for. I don't really need help finding the rubies. They're pretty standout. What we need help finding is shell chunks for the diamonds. Because they don't stand out particularly much. Okay, there's a ruby. There's a ruby. There's a shell chunk. That's not a diamond. There's a diamond. Okay, so we can at least get the Cyclops mobile again. Because for the Cyclops to be mobile, we needed the power cell charger. Well, or I could just build a bunch of power cells, but I think taking advantage of the reusability of them is the way to go. lithium, not what I'm looking for. Oops. Second diamond. Just up and up? No, not just up and under. Interesting. Not having the best of luck finding more stuff in the area, apparently. The rubies are decently easy to find, so other than the fact that they kind of look like the pink on the back of some of the sea creatures here. Before I lose my ship and lose my oxygen, let's get in our sea moth. Some bouncing into the walls, because I've got a mental note for myself to have a need for speed. It's a decent amount of quartz. No luck with rubies. Here's a ruby. And we wanted about 7 rubies. Those aren't rubies. What do I need for the aniline? Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is deep shroom. Okay. So we could go deep for the deep shrooms while we're here. We need, I think, 2 more deep shrooms. There's a shell chunk. There's the deep shrooms we're looking for. So I think if we'd read in the exploration of the base we found earlier, some of the flavor text, that would imply that those things were artificially made. Oop, ruby and shale chunk. Yeah, if we can get one more ruby, I think we're good. Shale-wise, I want... well, want one more diamond for the moment. Lithium is not a diamond. Gold is not a diamond. We're going to start working our way back to our forward base there. That way we can make the charger. We'll have to set the charger. Actually, don't really want to make the charger anyway, because it's not a thing we move. It's a thing we set up, right? So I'd have to disassemble it and move it. And the cells that we want to charge are over by the Cyclops, at least. There we go. There's our diamond. So we can save a little bit of space by assembling the depth upgrade, because we want to build one depth upgrade. And then if we can find the ruby as we go, we'll grab that as well. Habitat warning, emergency power only, so that's probably the nearby base has run out of power. Because we only, well, that's the problem with that generator, right? Is it's not a lot of power coming out of that thing from what we're shoving in it. No dice with the rubies. Okay, let's get out of here. Over and check up the base. The base is out of power. We can swap over and tell it to look for rubies instead. While we're in there, running the power plant again. The power plant. Oh, my inventory is of course full, so I can't do that. Okay, so we got space for one thing to power it up.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, interesting. It's not out of power. Can't build the depth thing because we need to go back to base for it. Okay. We can still tell it to look for a ruby though. Good, I'm going to swap over. Because while we're doing it at that moment, we can knife one of the fish for some calorie value. There we go. Okay, so I should now be pointing out rubies. So we got some definite rubies in the area.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Of course, right next to base. Where else would it be? Oh, before we go, let's turn off the scanner room. So maybe we'll still have power here when we get back. I think the answer to that will be no either way, but... Limestone, lithium, magnetite. Says yes. So yeah, the only thing we don't know where it is down here is nickel. So there's no nickel, as far as we can tell, near the scanner room. I suspect the answer to find nickel is go deeper. And I suppose once we get the Cyclops going, we could technically pack the Cyclops off the stuff to make a base, and then pilot it deeper. So let's get the hardening for the prawn suit, the power charger going, so that we charge up the power cells for the Cyclops so we can get it moving. Maybe we'll look into getting that energy efficient module. So we don't deplete those freshly charged power packs as quickly. Especially if we just left it park in silent mode. That was a mistake. Apparently silent mode pulls power even when it's not moving. And then we can get, I think that's the depth module on Cyclops. We have pretty easy access to getting the stuff from. interesting enough, it lets us find reef backs really easily. Is there something that we need get off reef backs? Now I'm thinking about it. Table coral. Beak barnacle. Maybe we should have scanned the beak barnacle. Yeah. That's not something to scan. Yeah, the barnacle. Can I scan the barnacle? No, it goes straight through it. There is a rock of some description falling to the depths here. Quartz. Not important. Okay, where did I leave? There's my boat. Something was trying to take a nibble. Okay, let's get back, get the two things built, get them installed, get them off my to-build radar. And then we can start contemplating next things. Well, we got two more things we're thinking. We got the stuff to build, the special stuff to build. The non-special stuff to build is what we're missing, right? So we're missing a bunch of titanium to build the that plastil ingot. We're probably missing, well, it's a chip, right? So we're missing silver and copper for the chip. But we can get that near base. We don't have to go far abroad for that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Builder. Build me... It's an interior module, I assume? Yeah, 1 power cell charger. Looks like this holds 2 power cells, which case it's going to take forever to charge all 6 of our power cells, but... yeah, it holds 2. There we go. May make sense to toss a bunch of biomass in the biomass furnace at the moment, just to get the biomass furnace going a little faster. Given the fact that we've just queued up a bunch of tasks for it to charge. Okay, the next one is... we're probably going to be best to get into here. I'm the ladder. Cyclone, or it's a harden, so we'll do the harden. I'm 1 titanium short. I'm 1 titanium short, because we spent it on a thing, and now I need more. Okay. No titanium in there. None in there. No titanium in there. Okay, we gotta go out for titanium. One of our habitats is warning emergency power only. Not gonna figure out which one that is at the moment. Creature egg, not what we're looking for. I assumed I'd be able to pop out here and find a rocky outcropping real quick. And or a piece of metal scrap, and I'm failing to find both. I suppose we have picked this place pretty clean at this point. There we go. Don't need quartz. So the depth module, install that in the prawn suit, or the hardening module installed in the prawn suit, so we're less likely to damage the prawn suit by bumping into things. Okay, so we take you off. And you off. And yeah, we're looking for the chip for that one and the plasteel for the other. I assume that's plasteel. Plasteel, yeah. Salt deposit. Salt deposit, there we go. Hydrochloric. Which we then turn into polyaniline with a little bit of gold. Which we have tons of. It's just finding one piece of gold. There we go. You know, the chip's going to be the hard bit because we're going to have to go find some silver. I think we're out of silver. That's what we're missing for that. Don't need the quartz on us. We'll need some copper as well. Let's set it up looking for metal salvage first. So do the plasteel. Then we can go looking for copper and silver. We have an upgrade to install in the prawn suit, so let's fly down to the prawn suit. I know the flying suit's underneath the Cyclops right now, so that's why I wasn't turn the marker off for it, because we didn't need the marker on. Okay, we can take the middle scrap. That was not the pad I was looking for. Access upgrades. Install hull reinforcement. That's also okay. Well, for the moment, let's pop in the Brighton suit so we can get some power. And then we'll go driving off for our metal scrap. I think we just need two more pieces to build the first plasteel. Could probably splurge. Well, actually, do I even have the? I have the inventory that I could splurge a little bit and get a third piece. Because it's 10 each, so the 4 pieces are going to be 16. Right. You'll build the first one. Build the first plasteel ingot. And then we can go find one more piece of metal scrap to build the second plasteel for the depth module. And then we'll swap over to looking for copper and silver. Okay. And we can even go build the depth module. I think that's the Cyclops depth module, though. It is the Cyclops one, which has to actually be built on the Cyclops. How does that work with the Cyclops that doesn't have any power? Well, we can always just go install some power, I suppose. First batch of power cells is charged. Oh, I may need more lithium. It's 2 lithium per plasteel. I think I had some already mined, which is why I wasn't looking for it specifically. When we were mining the diamonds.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Okay, now it's got some power. No vehicle in the bay, that's fine. I think we build the upgrades in here. The question is where. There we go. Depth module. I just need to figure out where to install it. Here's where we install it. Okay, crush depth on this is now 900 meters, so I think everything we have in our foray here has the desired depth. To get down to at least 900 meters. Let's see. So we take you off. No point in having you pinned because we got you built. What we'd want to pin is Cyclops depth 2. So that's more nickel. Okay. And prawn suit. Oh no, we haven't built the prawn suit one yet. Yeah. Okay, so let's not get too ahead of our... Well, might be worth building one, because we've already got the metal on us for metal on us. Right. Yeah, we already have metal salvage on here. Sounds the power looking, now that we've hopefully not run the cells down too quickly. Already down 5% or 5 charge. Oof. Okay, this is probably another one that's complaining about. So we got the lithium, we'll make the second plastiling it. But then we're looking copper silver. So we can get that efficiency module going.
Warning. Emergency power only.
Ah, this was not what I was
Oxygen
expecting.
production offline.
And you're not full. Okay, so we used up all the power. I need some power, so we're gonna go knife some local wildlife. That wasn't as big as I thought it was it? No, those are tiny little 1x1s. Okay.
Power restored. All
Power barely restored, but that'll at least keep the variable lights on, I think. Moment.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, it's outrunning the power charger a little bit. Okay, that'll buy us some fuel value. Let's see if we can keep the... Well, we might not be able to get the scanner to work in this this fuel environment. With both the batteries charging at the same time. My thing defying logic. So silver is the sandstone chunks. If we find limestone chunks, we'll grab them anyway, because it could be copper. We'll do the lithium, so we can. If we had power, and we don't. We won't have power until day, so we'll have to come back for that. Yeah, so if we see any limestone chunks, we'll grab them as well. In the hopes that one of them is a copper ingot, because I think we need, or copper, we need one more copper for the wire. There we go. Lead, that's not what we need. That's lead again, that's still not what we need. Surface, and we can go back down for that. Yeah, sadly cave sulfur, not crystalline sulfur. Surface gets some air. It's obviously in a cave beneath this area. Oh, I think I know which cave this is. We've been in this cave before. I've died in this cave before. Hopefully got a little bit more time down here, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. Silver. Lead, not what we're looking for. There we go. There's our silver. So, quickly throw this battery together. This will do the energy efficient module. Once I get this assemble, or once I get the energy efficient module in the Cyclops, go ahead and put a part break in. And then we gotta go exploring for more exotic stuff. Mostly nickel by the looks of it. It's mostly going to be nickel. It's going to be the thing we're going to be looking for. One gold, one table coral sample. Okay. Gold. We don't need the lead, so we'll leave the lead behind. And one table coral sample. Grab some potato. And then let's make ourselves this chip. Chip made. Anyway, down to the Cyclops. Oh, actually, before we go to the Cyclops, I should grab the power cells. We're going to shove in it. Next wave of power cells. Oops, no, I shoved the charged ones back in. No, I shoved my batteries instead of picking up the power cells. That explains it. There we go. So, build, install the energy efficient module here. Yeah, at that point, I'll go ahead and put a part break in. If you're watching on Twitch, it'll be a really short part break. I'm just going to take a quick sip of the tea. And then we're going to go exploring using this.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Install 2 more power cells. And install the energy efficiency upgrade. Engine efficiency is now 300% apparently. And yeah, I don't think we've been burning power. I think using the constructor cost 5 power use. That's fair. But yeah, this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the part break in. So we update our blueprints, so we don't need EU pinned anymore. Modification station, there isn't like an improvement to the energy efficiency. No. So we're looking for Pawn 1, Cyclops 2. And we could potentially do ultra high instead of faster maneuverability. I'm working well with faster maneuverability. And that's the recipes we're looking for. Well, I suppose we're actually going to literally be looking for the fission reactor as well, the nuclear reactor. But that'll be the next part. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to resume recording as soon as I drink some tea. So I'll be right back with that. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Hope you're enjoying the Subnautica series. One way or the other, if I think things go well, hopefully be done maybe this stream or the next. We'll see. See how quickly I can explore and get the missing stuff so that we can get deep enough. I think that's what we're really missing, is being able to get deep enough. So until next time, bye for now.